I'm replacing my Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 for a smartwatch that's nearly a third the price. This is the Carbinox X Ranger, and there's two main reasons I prefer this watch over the Galaxy Watch 6. Number one is going to be durability. Now, full transparency, the company did send me this watch to check out, and they encouraged me to put it to the test. They told me I could run over it with my car. They told me I can do pretty much whatever I want to test this watch out to see how well it stands up. And I did exactly that. For starters, I threw the watch up in the air a couple times, allowing it to land directly on hard concrete. And the bezel, it withstood some bumps and bruises, some nicks here and there, as you would expect. But the screen, which is the main concern, remained intact 100%. So no damage to the screen whatsoever. I also took their advice. I ran it over with my car, and I did it twice. I ran over it and then reversed right over it again. So right off the bat, I was definitely impressed. And then I took things further. I actually took my drill and a drill bit and, put it right there on the touch screen as well to see what kind of damage, if any, it would do. And one thing I do like is the fact that the watch also comes with a screen protector directly in the box. So I did have the screen protector on the watch. And, when I did my thing with the drill, obviously the screen protector sustained some damage. But when I removed the screen protector, the actual watch face was flawless, not a scratch in sight. So just based on those, little tests that I did there, I can definitely vouch for the durability of this watch. And those are some things that I would never consider doing with my Samsung Galaxy Watch 6. There's a lot of times when I get ready to do a certain activity and I just remind myself, to take my Galaxy Watch 6 off because I don't want it to get damaged. I'm not really sure exactly what it can withstand in terms of, bumps and bruises here and there. So, if I'm doing work on my car, if I'm doing like some home improvement type stuff and I'm going to be using a lot of tools and possibly subjecting my Galaxy Watch 6 to a lot of abuse, naturally, I just take it off because I don't want it to get damaged. So just right off the bat, knowing that the Carbinox is made to withstand a lot of wear and tear gives me a lot of peace of mind. Now, number two, and this is by far the most important thing, and that is battery life. I have been completely blown away by the battery life of the Carbinox watch. You can, without a doubt, get a week's worth of use out of this watch before you need to charge it. Now, inside the box, it does come with a magnetic charger, similar to the Galaxy Watch 6. And I did a little comparison, like a 2-day comparison as far as battery life between the Carbinox and between the Galaxy Watch 6. And I started things off on a Thursday, I believe it was. The Carbinox was at 100% battery and the Galaxy Watch 6, I believe, was at 97%. So to kind of balance things out and to make it more fair, since there was a 3% discrepancy there, I actually turned on the battery saving feature on the Galaxy Watch 6 to give it the best overall odds up against the Carbinox. And the Carbinox does have a battery saving feature as well, but I left it turned off. I just had it on the regular mode when you turn the watch on. And by Thursday evening, I think it was around 5 o'clock, the Carbinox was, I think, 98% battery, and the Galaxy Watch 6, I think, was around 79% battery, if I'm not mistaken. So already off the bat, you could see that the Galaxy Watch 6 battery was depleting at a much faster rate compared to the Carbinox. And then by Friday morning, this completely blew me away. The Carbinox was at 94% and the Galaxy Watch 6 was at 53%. And I'm not a person that wears their watch at night. Like, I don't sleep with either of these watches on. So they were pretty much idle the entire night, just sitting on my nightstand. And I was just so impressed with the Carbinox watch and how it managed to conserve battery life while being idle. And again, on the Galaxy Watch 6, I even had the battery saving option turned on, and on the Carbinox, I had it turned off. So battery life is huge. The fact that I can legitimately get a week's worth of use out of the Carbinox is the main reason that I'm going to be using this moving forward instead of my Galaxy Watch 6. And to be honest, I don't use my Galaxy Watch 6 as much as I would like because of the battery life. I can really only get 2, maybe 2.5 days of use out of the Galaxy Watch 6 if I'm lucky. And that's if I'm being mindful and using the battery saving option. And it would be different with the Galaxy Watch 6 if maybe it charged with a Type-C cable, or if it charged wirelessly or something like that, because I have those types of chargers all around the house. But the fact that you have to keep up with a separate charger, it does make it a hassle having to charge the watch literally every 2 days. So with the Carbinox, I can wear it for a week straight and not have to worry about charging it. So that's really the main reason. I think that trumps pretty much everything else between these two watches, and that really settles the debate for me personally. Now, to me, the biggest advantage of a smartwatch and what I really use them for is to be an extension of my phone. If I get a phone call with the Carbinox watch, I can still answer that phone call. If I get a text message, I can still view that text message on the Carbinox watch just like I can with my Galaxy Watch 6. So that's another reason that I really enjoy using this watch, because it's very similar overall compared to the Galaxy Watch 6 as far as what it can do. As far as your health metrics, you got your heart rate, you have sleep tracking, blood oxygen, pretty much everything that you have on the Galaxy Watch 6 as far as health metrics and keeping track of things, you basically have on the Carbinox as well, including the different workout modes. So, running, walking, cycling, you can keep track of your workout, the time, the distance, the calories burned, all of that fun stuff. Now, a few things that I noticed about the watch, because it's not 100% perfect. One thing that I noticed right off the bat is that the step count compared to the Galaxy Watch 6 appears to be a little bit more generous. So if I had to guess which one is more accurate, I would lean towards the Galaxy Watch 6. So if that's something that's high on your list of priorities when it comes to a smartwatch, if you're buying it primarily for the step count and using it as a pedometer, that might be something that you want to consider. But that's not something I really pay attention to. Again, I'm pretty much using the watch as an extension of my phone. Now, another thing, I don't believe it supports NFC connection. So if you're looking to use the watch to do wireless payments when you're at the store, you're not going to be able to do that. Obviously, with the Galaxy Watch 6, you can do that. But to me, that's not really a big deal. I can use my phone for wireless payment, and that's pretty much what I do majority of the time. Now, aside from that, like I mentioned, you can view your text messages as they come through on the watch, but you're not able to respond on the Carbinox watch. With the Galaxy Watch 6, not only can you view the messages, but you can choose to respond directly from the watch as well. So that might be a drawback for some people. But again, the benefits, in my opinion, far outweigh those few negatives. Mainly for me, it was the battery life that won me over. So the fact that I'm not going to be charging this thing every other day is an absolute game changer. And then when you think about the fact that you're going to be saving money, because the general price point of this thing is much more affordable than many of the other smartwatches out there. So if you're interested in checking this thing out, I will put the link down in the description. Hopefully you found this video to be helpful. This was just my honest opinion after using this watch for about a week or so. And yeah, for the price, it's definitely hard to beat. So again, check out the link down in the description. And aside from that, consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.